everybody, ReBadging Hellcat back at you again with another cool video. Today we're going to do a mod. We're going back to the Hellcat. We'll do a mod on the Hellcat today. Looking forward to this because right now it is 95 degrees out in October. And we're going to take advantage of this 95-degree day because what we need to do is have a hot day in order to do this mod. I actually should have done this during the summer. I put it off. Shouldn't have done that. I probably would have been better off doing it when it was hot in the summer, but now it's hot in October. Might as well take advantage of it. So I don't need to use a heat gun for this mod, even though I do need it to be hot and sticky. So without further ado, let me show what we're doing. So I am today using this package to do a little upgrade. So what are we doing? Well, again, I only deal with Mopar parts. As you know, I don't, unless it's like oil catch can or cold air intake, which we have manufacturers that are awesome at doing that, like making for the intakes and built technologies for oil catch cans. We are now going to go back to Mopar parts because when we do Mopar upgrades, take out a Mopar part, we want to replace it with a Mopar part, and today we're going to be doing it with this. So what is this? We're going to rebadge the Hellcat. Let's take a look at this. ReBadge the Hellcat, and we're not up badging. This is not a Hellcat red eye badge, and it may look familiar to you as a Hellcat wide body badge, or this also may look like the 2019 Hellcat Challenger badge. Well, it's very similar to it. This badge is actually a 2018. It's very similar to the wide body badge, but in fact, this was the Hellcat badge that was supposed to go on the 2018 and 2019 Charger Hellcats. If you look at some of the pictures, I'll try to post them up in a moment as I'm talking, but if you look at some of the pictures, there were a couple of videos that even FCA put out with this logo on their Hellcat Chargers. Actually, when I was looking for Hellcats, let me go back here. When I was looking for Hellcats originally back in 2018, there was an Octane red one at a dealership. And it was an early 2018 Charger Hellcat, and it had this exact same logo on it. And this is the logo I thought they were going to use, but in fact, they still go with the old logo. Now, also, if you look at the 2019 Charger Hellcat running footage video, I believe it was in F8 green at the time with the stripes. It also had this badge. So yeah, it's probably the same badge they use for the wide body, and it's probably the same badge they use for the 2019 Challenger Hellcats, but this is in fact still a Hellcat badge. It's not a red eye, even though I have the red eye badge. I actually have the red eye badge, was considering using it, but didn't want to up badge. And since there's no such thing as a red eye Charger Hellcat, and there will probably never be, for now, I figured this is the best badge. Also, another fun fact, they did finally change officially, we say officially, the 2020 Hellcat Charger badge will look different, except it's a two-piece. It's going to be the silver, and I believe there's a chrome on the outside. This is just like a satin finish. It's a little bit larger than the current Hellcat badge that's on there now. Here's the part number. In case you were wondering what the part number is, this is the Mopar part number. So if you want to get it for yourself, this is the part number that you need to look for. I was able to buy this through, again, eBay, but it was a Mopar dealership that advertises parts on eBay. I believe it was either Steve White Motors or Fall City Motors, one of those two on eBay. You'll find these, and again, this is for the passenger side. And do I have the driver's side? Yes, I have the driver's side. This would be the part number for the driver's side. So we're gonna do the passenger side first, okay, and then we'll do I'm sorry, do the passenger side first, and then we're gonna do the driver's side. Same logo. If I had the red eye badge, it's upstairs right now. I'm not going to go get it, but I also have the red eye badge. If I don't think I'm ever going to use that badge. I actually was thinking about using the darker badge and taking maybe out the red of the red eye, but long story short, I decided on this one. So without further ado, we're going to get started. And the tools we're going to use now, I try to find the fishing line, but guess what? I'm going to use two things that I think will work, because I already tried to finagle with it. So I'm going to use some Goo Gone. Just going to sprinkle some of that stuff on the back, and I'm actually going to use the blade that is used for the window for the Lux tint. This is the squeegee that I use for the Lux tint, and this actually gets in between the badge and the body very nicely, and it won't scratch the paint because it's a very soft plastic. And I believe it's hot enough where I don't have to use a hair dryer. I don't have to use an air gun, a hot air gun. I didn't want to use those in the first place, but if I had to, I would, because if you notice when I did the debadging of the Dodge letters, I actually had to use a hair dryer, and I really didn't want to because it got colder. It was sitting in the sun, and then wound up getting colder. Now it's hot, it's sunny, it's still 95 degrees, it's not as humid, October day, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. So without further ado, we're gonna get started. Also, I'm using Goo Gone, and this is the bottle I'm using. It's the surface safe version of the Goo Gone. So I want to make sure we don't hurt the paint. So this is the best stuff out there for taking off the adhesive. And then again, like I said, this nice soft blade is what we're going to use to pry off the badge, and then use the Goo Gone a little bit more so to roll the glue off. And then we're going to mask it. We're going to put it in a relatively safe or same place. And like I said, this should be a quick, easy mod. So let's get started. Okay, as you can see, this is the original Hellcat badge. And then what we're gonna do here is we're gonna replace it with this. It is slightly bigger. If I line up here, it's gonna be a slightly bigger, and I think it's gonna look fantastic. So without further ado, we're gonna do some masking, and we'll pry this baby off. It's like I'm destroying the Hellcat. Removing the Hellcat badge. Oh, it's so tragic, but it looked great. So without further ado, let's do it. Okay, got it masked. I only wanted to do the 3 points because the badge is bigger. I'm just going to line up the bottom and the outer edges, and then the top I believe is going to be taller, so I didn't have to mask that. So this next step is I'm going to just take some of the Goo Gone. Here it is. And I'm just gonna, I actually put a pinhole in it so it would come out a lot less. I'm just gonna put some in the back here. This will not hurt the paint. So put a little bit of that on. And then we're gonna take this. Oh, where's my squeegee? Oh, hold on, let me get the squeegee. Yeah, between the squeegee and the hotness, and again, it does not damage the paint. Between the squeegee and the warm weather, this should come right off. Yep. It's working really well. Now, should I have used fishing line? Hindsight, maybe. This is gonna come right off. And it's off. Wow. I just debadged my Hellcat. Our next step, we gotta roll off all the glue. Okay, just gonna roll this off. Oh wow, it's coming off really nice and easy. Try not to use my nails. This might be a two-hand job. So I'm gonna pause it for right now. I will use the two method, roll my fingers. So again, I don't want to use my nails. And I'll be right back when it's done. Okay, so I got all the glue off. Basically, it was a two-hand job for sure. It was like a little pour of the Goo Gone, and then it was like pour and peel. Pour with one hand, peel with the other. So, and then I used a rag to take off the rest of the residue, and now I'm going to use some of this Adams Polish detail spray to get some of the Goo Gone off, and then we'll go to the final step, and we're going to glue the new Hellcat badge on. Stay tuned. Okay, I got all the Goo Gone off, all the glue's off, so now we'll dry fit. And I guess it's going to go right here. So we're going to have to move some of the masking tape because it is a little bit bigger than I thought. So no worries. If anything, I'll just yeah, I can figure this out. Should be easy. I'm just going to take the right and the left pieces off, and then I'm going to put the bottom on. They'll leave the bottom alone. All right, let's just do that, and we'll just fit on there. All right, two-hand job. I'm sorry for that. So we're gonna have to put the camera down, and I'll show you the final result. And basically, just to glue it on, I'm just going to be taking the blue off, and there's black underneath in between. So after I take all the blue off, I'm just going to apply the black to the paint, and this badge will be done. It's looking really good. Sorry for the wind, but it's looking really good. Oh my God, I can't wait to take the tape off. I was going to press it a couple more times, and then this installation is complete, at least on the passenger side. It looks really, really good. The only thing left to do is to finish up with the detail spray around the edges where the tape was, and this installation is done. Like I said, at least on the passenger side. Holy crap, look how good that looks. Oh my God, it pops better than I thought it would. It looks really, really sharp. What an improvement. All right, boys and girls, now it's time for the driver's side. I can't believe how good this looks. Oh my God. All right. If you only knew how happy I am right now, because I thought I was going to screw it up, but no, it looks freaking fantastic. So again, use the line from the bottom and from the back, and the rest is just simplistic. So I'm going to do the exact same thing for the other side. Let's get started. Okay, so now we're on the driver's side, which I think is the most important side. So we kind of like experimented with the passenger side. That came out perfect. Now we just need to do the same perfection on the driver's side. So without further ado, we're going to take our... Now, do I need to go over all the steps again? Well, I'm just going to show you the first step again, and that is to sprinkle some of this Goo Gone behind the badge. Get in there. Again, Goo Gone, surface safe. And then we'll get in there with the blade. Oh yeah, nice and gooey. Oh, we forgot one step. We forgot the tape. Let me tape real quick. Oh my God, we're getting too far ahead of ourselves. All right, what we're gonna do is, guys, I'm just gonna cut the tape right here, and I'll just show you the finished product when we're done, because you already saw how I did it. I'm just going to do the exact same thing on this side, and then we're done. All right, I got my tape on. Then we're going to Goo Gone and squeegee the badge off. Okay, badge is now off. Now we're going to take some more Goo Gone and roll off all the glue, and we'll see you on the next step. Okay, I got all the black glue off, and I got to get the residue of the glue off. More Goo Gone with a rag. We'll go to the next step. Okay, I got the rag with the Goo Gone on it. Got all the residue off. Now we're gonna take all the Goo Gone off with the detail spray, which is our next step. Okay, I just detail sprayed the car, the area we're going to put the badge on. It's now time to get the badge, pull off the blue tape that opens up the adhesive. It's air activated. We'll put it on the car, and wow, this is going to look great. I'm so psyched, aren't you? I can't wait. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, I'm just going to take it one more time and line it up. Edge, edge. Oh man, that's gonna look good. I can already tell. So I'm gonna take the blue off, and we're gonna mount this sucker. So again, I'm gonna take this blue off. The black is in between. That's what's gonna stick to the car. 1, 2, 3. She's looking good. First time's a charm, man. Oh man, it's looking awesome. All right, next step, pull off the tape. Let's just do that now. We can do that with the one hand. Pull off tape number 1. Pull off tape number 2. Wow, she's looking good. She's looking good. She looks like she's ready to bite somebody. Even more so now. Perfect placement. Not too high, not too low. Not tilted the wrong way. It looks absolutely perfect. I'll try to do it before and after, but yeah, it looks freaking fantastic. So I'm just going to clean up with a little more detail spray around the badge. We'll do a walk around on both sides, and then we'll call this complete, and we'll give you my final thoughts. From a distance, it's looking really, really good. Let's do a walk around. So here's the driver's side that we just did. Walk around to the passenger side. I think they're matching. I mean, I'll get a ruler out in a second just to see, but I believe they're matching. Looking good, both sides. All right, well, I tell you, the one recommendation I do make is do it when it's warm, because it is stuck. It stuck right away. The paint was still warm to touch. I mean, it felt like I heated the car, where it didn't have to damage the paint. It came out perfect. I think this is a perfect contrast to the Destroyer Gray. I think it's going to stand out from a distance more so than the black. So I think the black kind of gets, I don't know, gets lost a little bit. But with the Destroyer Gray, I think it's going to, I don't think, I know, it looks better. It looks better. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell it's bigger, better. All right, well, that's it. Final thoughts coming up. Hope you enjoyed this. So one more walk around. It does look good. Oh, I did the measurement. Okay, just fun fact, from here to here, exactly 2.5 inches on both sides. So the perfect placement. It is placed absolutely perfect, like perfect, like a cat going purr. Like a cat going purr. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Perfect. So it all lines up. Then we'll take a look at the Hello Kitty logo on the back. For reference again. Oh yeah. That looks perfect. Around. That looks perfect. Oh yeah. And then last but not least, driver's side. Oh, front badge again. Perfect. Cool, man. All right. Final thoughts time. Looks perfect, perfect, perfect. Love it. Love doing these mods, man. Love doing them for me. Love doing them for you. Final thoughts. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the mod that we just did today on rebadging the Hellcat Charger. I think the new badging looks great. It's good. It pops with the Destroyer Gray, and it looks more modern, and it's bigger, and it just looks fantastic. Hope you agree. So if you do agree, hit the like button. I appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Tap the bell notification. See more of my videos with Hellcat mods, Trackhawk mods, and I appreciate you watching, and well, take care, enjoy the rest of your day. Without further ado, Peace, 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 peace.